lot of y'all don't know what to say, but shoot, you ain't on no drugs. You ain't doing crack. You ain't doing meth. You ain't doing heroin. You ain't doing none of that, boo. And God says shit. And your lover says shit. I ain't either, boo. Niggas all stay here too. And God said that's what we know here too as well. I said a lot of motherfuckers need to get it together because, yeah, they look fucked up, don't they? And when you look fucked up and you don't know you look fucked up, you on drugs. Hey, drug head, drug user, what's up? And God said that's what you need to be aware of here too. It says, this situation has become difficult for me to manage mentally. It's draining me. So someone really needs to get their life together, and he don't want to live this way, or she don't want to live this way. Some of y'all are in same-sex relationships, and God said, but you ain't. You like, shoot, I need a man. And God said, that's what we need, boo, every single day. It says, I feel empty and hollow inside. I can't open up right now. So someone is feeling really remorseful by the way they didn't carry something out, and they said, shit, I would have been there doing this and doing that, and you know what, we would have been getting it together. And God said that's what he knows too as well. Someone knows that you really is getting it together and you don't play. Leo women born in August don't play. And God said that's what they know too. It says, this connection bores me to death. It says, I need something more exciting. So someone literally doesn't know what to do with themselves because they toxic. They're toxic as all outdoors. And God says, shit, you ain't. And they don't even know what to do with that energy, boo. A lot of people need a little excitement, and you like, shit, I'm not excited about nothing no more. I'm just trying to just do the bare minimum and live my little life, and that's it here too. Yeah, it says we are living two separate lives. So however you live in your life is not even mirroring someone else's life. And God said, that's okay. You don't mind being different from another person as long as they have loyalty, trust, and honesty. Other than that, you don't care. And God said, that's what you need to know here too. It says, I feel unbalanced and unease, and I don't know what to do to fix this. So someone really is off their rocker. And God said, that's what you know. You like, yeah, depressurize. A lot of you Leo women born in August, you don't play that. I was like, you don't play that at all. And you stay focused and you ain't got time for the extra. And people don't want to get on the other side because the other side could be catastrophic here to them, boo. And grandma said that's what you need to know here too. Yeah, it says, I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. So someone is craving you, boo. Someone wants to connect with you on a higher level. And that's what you need to know here too. Yeah, it says, I cannot be vulnerable with you. I rather hide in the darkness before I let you see my inside. So someone would rather run away than to face their demons. And that's what they facing. Demons, boo. I said, yeah. I took my son on a spiritual walk about, I don't know, 5, 6 months ago. The time has been riding, just running together. But I showed him a man that was on drugs and that was homeless, that was by himself. And I said, do you want to end up like him? There is nothing exciting about being on drugs. People who are on drugs, ain't no excitement. It's all up in their head, and it really takes them for a loop that when they can't control it. And grandma said, that's what you already know here too. It says, I know that you may not feel the same way that I do. So someone feel as though like you feel the same way that they do, and that's what you need to know here too. I said, yeah, they don't feel the same way. And God said, don't we know it here, boo? It says, there is a big hole in my heart that I cannot feel on my own. So this person is really starving for love. And they don't know how to get it together. And I say, yeah, I ain't your narcissistic friend. plastic feed, bitch. The girl, I said, don't we know it, boo? I said, you better get it together because God said, shit, you'll jump ship and won't even think about it twice. And grandma said, don't we know it here too, boo? It says, rejecting you was protecting myself. It says, I was being selfish. So someone was being selfish in this connection. And God said, you ain't got time for the games. And you ain't got time to be playing with this and playing with that and acting like this and acting like that. I said, either you going to be on this side or that side. One thing with Leo women born in August, we got to switch, baby. And our switch will be on. And if you sit up here and do something, we'll be off like a mug and you won't even be able to get that switch back on. And grandma said that's what they know too as well. It says, I know what I am doing. I play dumb to confuse you, to keep you confused. But you ain't confused. God said, but you will pay for something to see what happens. Because fraud is not cool, boo. And a lot of people be acting like you stupid, but shit, you smart. And you smarter than average bear, and they be looking at you like you dumb. Bitch, don't you ever think that I'm dumb. I said, you get on the other side. So if you going to stay on this side, a Leo women born in August, or you going to go to the other side? I'm just trying to figure it out. Your grandma said, ain't that the truth? I said, I don't know about these other people, but shit, I'm not one to play with. And me, I jump ship in a minute when I don't feel comfortable. And even my son say, yeah, we need that. You know, one thing that I have analyzed and I have realized that they have made this world where you have to work, you have to do this, and you have to do that in order to get a little bit. And then you got to deal with a multitude of imbalanced brains that ain't even focused enough to deal with you and deal with their own situation. And God said, that's what we know, boo. I said, yeah, this is my lunchtime, y'all. We gonna do this during lunchtime. Have a lunch with Infinite McGee. And that's what you need to know here too. We have music and mask is here. See, a lot of people be not sharing their truth, but someone really had the ability to become a superstar, but drugs got in the way. And that's what you need to know. A lot of people be starting drugs, but me, shoot, I have a motherfucking double shot of Jack and sit my ass down. I would never ever try no drugs. I grew up in Henry Horner Projects, bitch. I seen the crackheads and the heroin addicts and everybody that didn't look amazing to me and say, yeah, I want to be like you. And God said, too many people want to take themselves away from this dry ass reality of the world in which they have created, in the world that which other people have created for them. But me, I want to see everything, and I see. And God said, that's what they know too. We have mask is here. It says hidden motives concealed, distinguish, and lying. And then we have music. It says musician, snake charmer, harmony, and melancholy. And that's your truth. Snakes, boo. I say, yeah. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on last night either. I said, yeah, I removed myself from a situation because I ain't got time to be playing games. You know, I ain't got time to be going back and forth and acting like what? We ain't got time for that. And grandma said, look, the overall energy snake again. Someone's sad. Someone is depressed. Someone wants you to be in this and in that and in all this other stuff, but we ain't in nothing. And God said, that's what they know, boo. You stay focused. We ain't got time for the extra. And that's your truth. I said, grandma here, auntie is here, all your ancestors here. You had a hard night. Now you got to go through this and go through that and everything because everybody on some drugs. Hey, crackheads. What up, heroin addicts? What do you want? Speed, methamphetamine? What do you want? Okay, get off of it. All y'all. And God said, ain't that the truth? We have crossroads. It says choice, multiple options, turning point, and indecisive. A lot of people don't even know what to say, but shit, you amazing. And you bring a different type of energy that say you get something taken care of and move forward, and they don't want to be taking care of nothing and moving forward. Everybody want to keep on acting like this and acting like that, and that's on them. Whatever these people want to keep on acting like, let them act, boo. I'll be like, yeah, because I can't deal with it. And grandma said, shoot, we gotta stay stay here until we get this, until we get that. And grandma said, that's your motivation. And God said, that's what we know too as well. It says between the lines. It says hidden meaning, vague and implicit. And grandma said that's what you need to know here too. See, a lot of people are always playing. And people want to play and everything. And then when you show them something else, then they be confused. Like, bitch, don't get it twisted, hoe. You want me to put you on a hoe straw so you can go ahead and make money? Okay, the fast way, don't play with me, boo. God said, ain't that the truth? Addiction, see? These crack cocaine heads, these meth heads, all these people that got these drugs, but you ain't on no drugs, see? But they are. Hey, drug heads, do you realize what you look like today? And God said, ain't that the truth? Hookup is here, see? These people want you to be like, yeah, into this and no. Mm-mm. And that's his stilo or her stilo of the person that you're dealing with. And he like, yeah, you ain't about that life. So he don't know what to do with you. Confirmation. It says hookup, one night stands, intimacy, casual confirmation. It says casual relationship and fling. I said, yeah, that's what they be doing. And people be acting like it's okay. It ain't okay. Me, I don't do none of that. And I'm almost 50, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 50 August 12th. You think I ain't even do that in my 20s. I ain't do drugs in my 20s. I ain't do drugs as a teenager. I ain't do drugs in my 30s. And I didn't do drugs in my 40s. And I'm about to be 50. Come on now. I ain't starting nothing new. I said, when I saw my girlfriend Nadia, at the age of 35, we both was 35. I think she was a year younger than me. But she decided to start cocaine. I said, girl, you done lost your mind. We drink. Okay, we go get a drink and sit down. And that's it. And she decided to start doing other stuff. I said, yeah, not me, boo. I left her right where she at and she fell off. And I said, yeah, I don't care what's going on in my life. Ain't nothing that strong to make me like, yeah, I'm going to start doing this. No, please, that's stupid. That's dumb. That's going to make you even have more problems. And grandma said, don't we know it, boo? Three of Swords energy, see? Heartbreak, pain, separation, grief, sorrow, and trauma. See? They can't accept that mother plucker turned them on to a lot of stuff. Whoever y'all dealing with turned them on to all kind of drugs and crack cocaine and heroin and popping pills and fizzles. And you know what? They starting to lose control. There's a certain kind of person called a functioning addict. Confirmation. These people know how to function well, but they all still crackheads. You can't trust a drug head at all. And grandma said, that's what you know here too. The sun is here, see? It's being illuminated. And everybody like, yeah, don't we know it, boo? I'm tired of my life. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm tired. Every time I think I got something good going on, something happens. I swear I am karmic justice grow for real. I bring karma, may it be bad or good. And I'm getting tired of this life. I'm getting tired of going through the ups and downs of all these dysfunctional brains. Everybody is not even thinking and they just go according to nothing. And that's what's catastrophic in this world. Nothing. And you're like, yeah, leave me be. Let me move forward. I said, ain't that the truth? Nine of Wands energy. It says resilience, close to succeeding, persistence, and fatigue. And that's what some of y'all probably feel too. Y'all been through a lot. And when you've been through a lot in this world, don't nothing surprise you. And I said, yeah, don't do me unless you want to get done up. And that's the fuck they don't know. They don't want to get done up, do they? And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, look, these Leo women born in August ain't got time to play games. And we don't want nobody that's that serious. And Grandma said, that's what you need to know here, too. See, Queen of Wands is here. You is the overall energy of the deck. It says passionate, determined, attractive, confident, self assurance, and charismatic. That's you. See? And that's what we know, boo. And God said, ain't that the truth? Eight of Cups energy, walking away. You don't deal with the extra stuff, and that's the whole thing. I be trying to hold my composure, because I be trying to really just have new beginnings, a fresh mindset, not trying to put everybody in the mindset of the other people that I used to connect with or know, but they all is repeating something. It's like a repetition. It's like they're all doing the same thing all over again. It's like, what do I have to do different? And that's the whole thing. I'm trying to figure out, what do I have to do different? Because I swear all of these people is looking the same and acting the same, and it's really annoying me. Like, man, why is there so many people that's like this? Why can't we have people that's more like me, more like the Leo women born in August? Why we can't have that, boo? I'm trying to figure it out too. It says walking away, letting go, and leaving behind. You don't care, and they want you to care. I said, yeah, you've been through a lot. And you don't care about all these extracurricular activities. And God said, that's what they don't know yet. See, a lot of people want to act like they got your resume, like they know you just by looking at you. They act like they know exactly what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and all this other stuff. But God said, no, you don't. And that's their truth, boo. See? And they look like a boo-boo to fool and everything, and everybody looking like, yeah, and they look crazy. Stupid motherfuckers. King of Swords energy. It says logical, analytical, emotionally detached, strict, serious, and authority. That's how they see you. You ain't about these games. And I don't know why people want to play games anyways. I remember that a long time ago, one of my supervisors told me, and I had to been like 33, 32. But anyways, he was playing the game. I was the assistant property manager at a building, and I ran that whole situation for at least 6 7 months by myself. And they set up here and they hired someone else to be the property manager that didn't even know how to run the checks through. He didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. And I said, okay, I asked to be the property manager and put in my resume and everything, and they didn't give it to me. But one thing, his name was Zamako. He said, Infinite, you need to learn how to play the game. Because all he did was suck up to people. All he did was kiss ass. And he got where he wanted to be. But I'm a Queen of Wands. I can't live that life. I'm not even built that way. I can't do it. It's just, I'm not built that way. And I think God knows I'm not built that way. And instead of me engaging in people's BS, I extract myself from BS. And that's what a lot of people can't handle, when I extract myself. Because when you extract yourself, you leave them in a state of dealing with their own self. And a lot of people don't want to deal with their self, boo. Earlier, was it yesterday or today? I watched a little TikTok and everything. Was it? No, it wasn't TikTok. It was like a little short on Facebook or Reel or whatever you want to call it. Y'all got so many names for this stuff. But now I forgot what I was about to say. Shoot. Dang, it'll come back to me, okay? But it was something very important. It was like a quote or something that was very intense, and it made me think today. And God said, "That's what you need to know here too." Page of Cups energy is here. It says dreamer, knave, innocence, inner child. It says head in the clouds. A lot of people don't know what to say, and I said, "That's what y'all need to know." I said, a lot of these people got some cuckoo crazy going on. You think that what? You don't know? Please. I'm in tune. And grandma said, ain't you? You ain't got time for the extra. And you know what? They don't either, boo. It says the Knight of Wands is here. It says impulsive, immature, see? Playing games. Immaturity, hot tempered, rebellion, and charming is here. So even God says, shoot, you gonna be okay no matter what. And you're tired of going through things, you know. Yesterday you was tired, the day before you was tired. It's like you got a lot of things going on, and then you got to deal with other stuff on top of other stuff and everything, and everybody be acting like it's okay. It's not okay. A lot of people need to get some, you know what, help. They need to really, what do you call it? Go to a treatment center. That's what it is. Cause they all on crack, boo. They all on heroin, meth, hooking up with people, spiritual demons and everything. Ain't nobody got time for that. Grandma said if we don't, boo, we ain't got time for the spiritual demons, baby girl. You like, and I don't. Somebody is young, they be like, I don't have time for you, or you. See? Because I don't take my life as a game, but other people do. Other people take their life as a game, and that's what's catastrophic, boo. And God said, don't we know it here too? It says celebration, gift, and abundance. You already know. See? And you're fully aware, and everybody act like you're not fully aware, but you are. And they don't even know what to say. I said, how you gonna think that I'm tapped in, you tapped in too, and then not think that we don't know what's going on? I said, come on, boo. It don't even get that good. And grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. See, spy, watching. I said, that one right there don't do nothing. You don't do nothing, boo. See? And you ain't in it to win it and do anything for anybody. And God said, that's what you know here too. See? It says nurture and compassion is here. You taking time for yourself. One thing about me and my children, we're all introverts, but we're extroverts too. Me, I can walk into a party and everything. I can work the whole room. I can work everybody, talk to anybody. I don't care what you look like, who you are, and all this other stuff. I can communicate with you. But the whole thing is, I can't deal with it long term. I have to retract myself, re energize myself, and then go back out there. And that's what you need to do, boo. Take time for you. Whatever is meant for you will be for you. As long as you do what you're supposed to do and do your best, that's all that matters. And grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. Alchemy is here. Ancestor, look, ancestor guide is here, baby. They can't they can't mess with you. I said, me, I done been through hell and back, boo. And I keep on analyzing this weird life because, you know, I analyze the people that have died and passed on and everything, and I analyze the people that's in the spiritual realm. I don't know what all this is, but I know man created it to make it complicated on other men to search for things and to want things and to, you know what, be imprisoned of the mind. And that's what a job is. A job is in prison. A job is a jail, boo. And that's what it is. It really is. And all we do is spend money in order to get things in order to survive even further. And grandma said that's what you already know too as well. Yeah, the overall energy assistant. See, your spiritual guides is here. Your spiritual guides like, yeah, let them deal with their own. They own stuff. We ain't got time for that. And I said, ain't that the truth, boo? A lot of people be trying to manipulate. For me, I can't be manipulated. I done had a mom and a daddy that was the biggest narcissist, and I know narcs, boo. I said, you can't sit up here and act like you ain't a narc. People will sit up here and talk about narcissism knowing that they narc. So get up out of here. I said, when are you going to start showing your true colors? A lot of people want to show a lot of people want to show the representative and then show their true colors. And Grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. I said, yeah, I ain't the one. And you ain't the one either. I said, but we ain't the one, boo. I said, we moving forward. It says this situation will backfire. So whatever is going on, shoot, you ain't did nothing and it ain't got nothing to do with you. But someone is gonna have to, you know what, dig in their own pockets. Because a lot of people took stuff in order to feed their drug habit. And Grandma said, that's what happens when you get on drugs. You start doing other things. And you know what? Where's my, okay. Make sure I got my stuff everywhere. Where it's at, hold on. Okay. Every time I start talking and something dings in my head, I got to check on myself. It says this situation will be victorious. So whatever is backfiring, shoot, it's going to be victorious for you, boo. And that's what you need to know. So don't even trip. I said, we moving forward. And the Six of Swords is always you. I need y'all to always do that. I need y'all to always understand that all these different kind of brains and everything that see you, you know, as a emperor, and they want to act like you a page or a peasant or something. Come on now. It don't get that good. And I don't know why y'all would even think that, but that's what they do. See? And God said, that's what's going to catch them up. I said, you don't even want to see that other side, boo. I said, I don't think so. Because me, I'm like a light switch. Look, I'm on or I'm off. That's it. That's it. And when you think you're going to sit up here and treat me any kind of way, you better get a clue about yourself. I said, shoot, because it don't get that good. It says, no, this will not succeed. See? You're moving forward. And that's what God is going to tell you, boo. You did all you can do. It says now is the time. It says a few weeks. So something may transpire in the next few weeks. And God said, you'll be okay. And that's what you need to know here, boo. It says not enough energy is put into this. So a lot of people don't know what to say, but they can't give you what you deserve, desire, want, and need. Remember that? They don't know how to do that. And that's what's so sad about situations in your life, that people really are just unreliable. And that's how I look at people, as unreliable. And the more I look at them as unreliable, the more I be like, am I Hancock? Where's my person that's like me, boo? You know, because I'm a trustworthy individual. Where's my person that's like me? Can you find him and bring him to me, please? Because I'm getting tired of all this other stuff. I don't even want to be bothered. Like, you know, I'm open to love now. I wasn't open to love before, but I'm open to love now. Oh, where these go? In here. Well, I put the other cards. Okay. I'm open to love now, but people get on my nerves. I really need confirmation. People be getting on my nerves, but I be like, sure, for what? What are we doing? I say, you know what? I said, since you don't want to give me the information, fine. I don't need the information. I said, yeah. Ain't that the truth? I kind of like this deck. Did I do any cards from that deck? I don't remember. I got these new cards and I want to try them out, and they're pretty cool. I get some good energy from them and everything. Hey, how you doing, Donald? Hey, how you doing? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, boo. Put this over here. I'm gonna pull some cards from out of this Who It Is deck. This wasn't bad. I got these cards from what do you call it? Sheen. So that wasn't bad. So let's pull some Who It Is oracles, y'all. Who is these crazy drug head addicts hooking up people? Who are they? You know who they are. God said, I know who they are too. I ain't never did no hookup, boo. I think my morals, values, and ethics is a little bit too much for people. Cause I don't play. I don't do all that nasty stuff. Bacteria floating around and everything. STDs and stuff. That stuff nasty, boo. That's nasty. Cause you know what? I don't want none of my exes. You know, I might remarry my first one though. But after they have somebody else after me, I don't want my people back. I don't want them back in my life. True. Grandma said that's what they know too. You know, one nigga like, yeah, don't we know it? Medium hair. So someone who has medium hair, they got like a bob or their hair hits their shoulders. Someone who's nicely dressed. Someone who could just have lighter skin. Because everybody who got light skin ain't Caucasian. I just tell y'all that everybody who light skin ain't Caucasian, boo. I don't know why everybody be trying to adopt like they white, but yeah, they ain't white. And God said, ain't that the truth? You ain't white, boo. Don't we know it? It says a woman, someone who has a square face from Australia or have an Australian in their blood somewhere, someone who has a gap in their tooth, and we have someone who wears black clothing. Yeah, we have black and African descent. So you could be dealing with an African American person. Or as my ex-husband's family would say, Black American. You dealing with Black American, boo. Grandma said that's what you need to know. I don't know if I pulled any from this deck. Let me see. Did I pull anything? Yeah, I did. So that's what I have for y'all. Thanks for joining me. Because, you know, it is what it is, y'all. My coffee. My lips are so dry. It's like, yeah. Everybody says so. You're doing amazing over there, boo. Amazing. Oh, that feels good. My lips are dry because I've been taking my water pills. And that's what we know, boo. You said laughing my ass. Ha ha ha, freaks. Wow. Pretty. Thank you, boo. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I like this. I'm gonna pull some cards for Leo women born August 12th, 1976 next, because that's my birthday. So I'm always looking into that birthday. See y'all later.